First for the visiting Kangaroos. At forward, 6'3" senior from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, number 1, Nelson Kirksey. Starting at guard, 5'11" freshman from Kansas City, Missouri, number 12, Martez Harrison. At guard, 6'6" junior from Kansas City, Missouri, number 13, Frank Williams Jr. At forward, 6'9" senior from Cleveland, Ohio, number 21, Fred Chatmon. And at forward, 6'7" senior from Kansas City, Kansas, number 40, Trinity Hall. The Kangaroos are coached by Kareem Richardson. And now, UT Martin fans, get on your feet. Let's make some noise for your University of Tennessee at Martin Skyhawks. Starting at guard, 6'4" sophomore from Lebanon, Tennessee. Give it up for number 1, D. Oldham. At guard, 6'4" junior from Russellville, Alabama, number 3, Terrence Smith. At guard, 6'3" junior from Memphis, Tennessee, number 25, Marshawn Newell. Starting at forward, 6'7" junior from Little Rock, Arkansas, the big fella, number 33, Miles Taylor. And at forward, 6'7" freshman from the Virgin Islands, number 40, Javier Martinez. Skyhawks are coached by assistant coaches Lance Hegnetz, Dion Real, Mark Housel, Andre Sierra Razabal, and a head coach for your UT Martin Skyhawks, Jason James.
And Cal, just as we talked about you knowing the officials, the official called you by name there, Cal. So you start the game as the Skyhawks are set to take on the Kangaroos. All indications they're a pressing team, Cal. They get a lot of steals a game, force turnovers. UT Martin's played up and down basketball. This could be a torrid pace to begin the game.
Well, that'll make for an exciting game. This team in their first 3 games has not shot the ball well at all. They're really struggling at the free throw line and from the field. I hope they don't come in here and like our rims or anything. If that works out, well, I think we'll be in pretty good shape.
Skyhawks jumping with Miles Taylor. Trinity Hall will jump for the Kangaroos. The Roos and the Skyhawks, 2 of the unique monikers in NCAA basketball. And the official makes his way to center court. This one just about underway at the Elam Center. Miles Taylor ready to jump. The ball goes in the air, and the tip goes to UMKC. Miles didn't get up very high on that one. Coming back from knee surgery. This is just his 3rd game of the season after he sat out in the early going. Has the bulky knee brace on. UT Martin in a man-to-man. Hall has it on the outside. Left wing pass now as they work it inside to Chatmon. Chatmon down on the baseline, backs his way in on Miles Taylor. Kick out pass. They go top of the key. Hall for 3. This one no good. D. Oldham with a UT Martin rebound. Marshawn Newell running the point, calls out the play with the left hand, throws it over to D. Oldham. Oldham right wing, now Marshawn Newell. Newell back to Oldham. Oldham right side, getting it to Miles. Miles on the baseline. They're in his zone to start. Swinging it back over. Here's Marshawn Newell, top of the key, left side. Terrence Smith. Terrence put down the dribble, hop steps in there, and is fouled on the floor. This one goes against UMKC.
That was a little bit of a surprise, Chris. We were expecting a full court press, and they came back and set back in the zone I shouldn't say passively, but certainly a contrast from what we expected.
Outlet pass coming in. D. Oldham throwing it to Marshawn, calling out the play again. And it looks like they switched to man-to-man now, Cal. Javier Martinez out to Marshawn Newell. Newell has it on the right wing. Picks up his dribble, in trouble, lobs it to Miles Taylor, catches it, power dribble to the basket, high off the window, no. Javier Martinez with a rebound, lost it underneath, loose on the ground to floor that is tie ball. And it's Kansas City with it. In transition, Marshawn Newell with a kick. 8 minutes, 47 seconds to go. This one just underway here in the basketball game's first half. And the Kangaroos have it from the side. Inbounding right from Coach Jason James, wearing the nice vest look. Of course, Kansas City, coached by Kareem Richardson. He was at Louisville last year, the team that won the national championship, an assistant coach under the direction of Rick Pitino. Here's Trinity Hall on the baseline. Hop steps in there, and a foul is called. This one going against Miles Taylor and UT Martin. Cal, I was really reading it in a couple of the games this year. They have had a lot of fouls called. In their exhibition game, there was 58 fouls called, and in one of their games this year, 51 fouls called. So
yes, they made the comment that they were having trouble adjusting to the new rules of hand checking. Who hasn't?
Yeah, Trinity Hall outside for the Kangaroos. And Umkc back out, three-point attempt up. This one spins out. He got robbed halfway down the hatch for Frank Williams. But it comes out. The Skyhawks back with it. No score, 18-21 left first half. This one just underway. Oldham top of the key. Smith, Taylor, Martinez, and Newell in for Jason James. Newell drives. Oh, had a look. Did not take it. Kick out to Terrence for three. Good. Terrence Smith with the trifecta.
Boy, that was a great shot by Terrence.
Taken away, steal. Marshawn Newell has it. All the way to the basket. Missed everything. Rebound. Inside, Javier Martinez hooks it back up. No good. Rebound, Trinity Hall. And a foul in backcourt against the Skyhawks as they collapsed on the rebound.
Terrence was really contested on that last three-point attempt. Boy, he kept his concentration on that thing. That was a difficult shot to make with a guy right up in his face.
Cal, Terrence has had some injuries. I think that's made him a better shooter, though, because when he wasn't able to practice with the team, he took so many shots. Outside, Umkc for three, hits it. We're tied at 3 apiece with 17:40 remaining here in the half.
Now we're seeing some of the press.
D. Oldham passing midcourt. Going to get to Marshawn Newell. Newell on the outside. Miles asking for the ball as he's posting up Chatmon in there. Newell back to Terrence. Back to Newell. Newell goes in with a left hand. Might have gotten an extra step there. Shot is no good. Rebound. KC. Chatmon with it. Over on the wing, Umkc, long one, up, no good. Rebound, Miles Taylor, timed his jump just right. Outlet pass to Terrence, to Martinez on the break, got it. Skyhawks lead it by 2.
Boy, Miles did a great job of getting that ball out quickly. And when he did, we were able to get ahead of the defense, and it was an easy play.
5-3 the score. UT Martin leading at 16:53 to go. Slipping inside, still making the pass. Kangaroos with the ball against the Skyhawk man-to-man defense. Umkc, left wing Harrison. Harrison drives. Passes baseline. Shot is up. No good. Tip back up. No good. Rebound. UT Martin. Martinez outlet to Terrence. Newell late to get back on the offensive end. They throw it to Miles. Back to Terrence. Over to D. Oldham. Oldham on the left wing. Inside Miles. Another pass. Very unselfish to the wide open Javier Martinez. UT Martin leads it by 4.
Boy, that was a nice job of passing against that zone. They went inside and then get the open man on the baseline.
Skyhawks back on defense. Ooh, a bump. Nope, traveled on Nelson Umkc. That will be a turnover against the Kangaroos, and that is their second turnover of the game. And they're making a change in the lineup here. Caleb Johnson checks in. Frank Williams goes out with Johnson in. Johnson, the senior, out of Sacramento, California. 5.7 point per game average coming into the game. Still showing the press in backcourt. Newell breaks the press to Martinez. Lobs it in. Miles back out. Newell for 3. Marshawn missed everything. Rebound. Kansas City. Harrison crosses it. Quick pass. Up and in. The basket is good from Caleb Johnson.
Harrison's really got some quickness. He made a great pass inside. I read in their brochure that he's the first kid to be in the starting lineup as a freshman to start the season in 20 years.
Martez Harrison is the one player Coach James talked about in our pregame interview. His quickness worried him. Terrence Smith misses the three-point attempt. Kangaroos with a rebound. Skyhawks leading at 7-5, 15 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here in the basketball game's first half. Jumper from the right side, no good. Tipped around there. Miles Taylor with another rebound. The big fella's pulled down 2 now to Terrence. Top of the key, Miles. Miles over to Marshawn Newell. Newell drives in, bounces it over. Right side three-point attempt. D. Oldham hits it. Skyhawks lead it by 5. 10-5. UT Martin doubling up the Kangaroos. Harrison again inside, causing all kinds of trouble. But this time, Chatmon could not handle the pass. And the Kangaroo play with Coach Cal Luther here at the Elam Center, and the Skyhawks are leading at 10-5 with 14:53 remaining in the half. And Coach, UT Martin off to a good start to begin.
Oh, we're off to a great start. We're moving well. We're passing the ball well, and we're doing a good job attacking their changing defense. They go from a press into a zone, and we've made the adjustment quite well.
D. Oldham bricks one off the rim in the backboard. Justin Childs a rebound. DeMark Richardson in. Let's reset that Skyhawk lineup now. Terrence Smith, Justin Childs, D. Oldham, DeMark Richardson, and Miles Taylor. Three-pointer is up. No good. Rebound into the hands of Trinity Hall. He has been active early. Skyhawks back on the defensive end. Hall inside. Kicks it out. And another turnover. That will be 4 against UMKC. Now to Kansas City. Coach James telling us in the pregame his mother is from Kansas City. Of course, Jason James from the St. Louis area. And a clock issue maybe. It's 14:24 on there. Shot clock with 34.
Chris, I need to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Does number 54 look like a freshman?
Isaac Kruger? No. No, he's 6'10", 245. Where's 45? Not at all. As a matter of fact, he looks like an NBA player.
That's right, and he's sporting a beard to go along with it.
That's right. It's what's it called? No Shave November, where a lot of people are growing beards in the month of November. Outside Justin Childs, inside to Miles Taylor. Taylor, quick to the basket, goes up, rushed that one a little bit, rebound into the hands of Kansas City. 10-5 to score. UT Martin leading it by 5, make it 3 on an Aaron Washington basket, puts it in with a left hand. As reading in their notes, Washington with a 36-inch vertical leap, highest on the team. Skyhawks up by 3. Miles Taylor in traffic scores anyway. Off balance, one-handed shot, floats it in, and UT Martin leads by 5.
Miles didn't need any vertical jump on that one. He just slid around him and kept his feet while he scored.
Kruger inside. The big fella for them, again, at 6'7", kicks it out to Kirksey. Kirksey on the baseline, out to Washington. Washington dribble penetration back out. We'll see if Kruger's got a jumper. Up and in, he does. Baseline shot, and the Skyhawk lead cut to 3. 12-9 our score, 13:09 remaining.
You don't often see a 6'10" guy step out in the corner and knock down a 3.
He put that one in.
And a freshman besides.
Skyhawks. Here's Terrence Smith. Foul. Terrence taking it to the basket. That is the 4th foul in the game. Pierre Mopo set to check in for Coach Jason James. And it was on the pass, not a shooting foul. And the foul looks like it was on Aaron Washington. Here's Mopo in for Miles Taylor. You know, it's tough as a coach. It's got to be Cal. Miles not in game shape yet. This is only his 3rd game. And his knee's not at 100%. So you got to be careful to not leave him in there for too long, although he's effective.
That's right, boy. He makes a difference when he's in there, even at half of his normal ability.
You know, I'm a Knicks fan, and they're restricting a lot of their players in minutes, and that's got to be tough for a coach to pay. You know, if you only want to play a player 15 minutes, when do you get him in there for those 15 minutes or 20 or whatever it is? Oldham for another 3, and the Skyhawks lead it by 6. That's one of the big things in Major League Baseball now. They pay attention to the pitch count. Inside on the other end, the basket is good from Fred Chatmon as he got great position. And the Skyhawk lead is at 4. But instead of paying attention to a pitcher's innings, they pay attention to how many pitches they've thrown, and they'll get them out of there at a certain time.
That's right. And I tell you what, all of our major sports now, our professional sports, have really done a great job of really doing some scientific research on muscle use and joint perfection. It's amazing some of the things they've been able to find out about it, and as a result, there've been some changes.
A lot of changes, and a foul call against is this Washington again? That is his 2nd. And you know, Cal, it all goes back to money. If you're going to invest that much money in a professional athlete, you're going to make sure you get the most out of it.
That's right, and it goes back to human concerns too. And
true,
like the situation, with Spirit, with the helmet. You know, that kind of thing, and find out the results years later or how these men are affected.
Outside Justin Childs. Kangaroos back in the zone. To Richardson, back to Childs. Childs off balance, goes in high off the glass. No good. Rebound tipped out. Oh, there's DeMarc Richardson. He found it. To Oldham. Over to Marshawn Newell. Newell hops it, kicks it out. Oldham again for three. This one off to the right. Childs leaps in there, gets the rebound, kicks it out to Newell. Newell baseline, dribbles into the paint, fakes, goes up, throws it to Childs, off his leg, loose on the ground. Childs got it back, and Childs on the floor and in pain, not getting up. And that will lead to an easy breakaway basket for Fred Chatmon. And not sure what Childs hurt. He's holding that left leg up, and the training staff now coming up.
I think he caught something in the face the way his hand is up there.
It was a 6-point lead, now a 4-point.
If you're shopping for furniture at closeout prices, look no further than BB's Furniture and Mattress Gallery in Martin, Tennessee. BB's has the largest showroom in the area, featuring major name brands at discounted pricing. There are no frills, just great pricing with ridiculously low prices all day, every day. BB's also offers a large selection of home decor. UT Martin students receive 10% off with their student ID. Also, be sure to check out BB's A Hidden Treasure, located in South Fulton, where there is something for everyone. BB's A Hidden Treasure offers furniture, appliances, candles and home decor, fashion jewelry, pocket knives, and tools. BB's Furniture and Mattress Gallery in Martin, and BB's A Hidden Treasure in South Fulton.
Coach Cal Luther, the Skyhawks leading 17-13, 11:45 remaining in the half. And Cal, it looks like Justin Childs is okay. Maybe took a shot to that left thigh.
I think so. Yes,
yeah.
It looks. Couldn't tell at first. He had his hands up over his face, but it definitely turned out to be that. And if it's already been hurt, well, you know that smarted pretty well because he was in a pileup down there.
He did come out of the game, so it's Martinez now, Newell, Pierre Mopo, DeMarc Richardson, and D. Oldham. Coach has put in a lot of different lineups with this Skyhawk squad. And ball tipped away, then a foul on Marshawn Newell, which was probably a good foul because I think it would have led to fast break points for KC. That's the first on him, team third. And Kangaroos also with 3 team fouls. Quick check of snappy stats. Kansas City 12 field goal attempts, 6 makes, shooting 50%. UT Martin 7 of 18. UT Martin out rebounding the opponent 10-8. Turnovers have been a big key here early. Kansas City turning over 4 times. UT Martin without a turnover. And a 3-point attempt is good. This one from Frank Williams. A 1-point game. Williams, 20% from 3-point range on the season. Buried that one. Skyhawks on the offensive end and a man-to-man. Backdoor knocked away. Newell turning it over. And the outlet pass, DeMarc Richardson got a hand on it. Coach telling me in the pregame the other day that Newell sees the floor well, but as a younger point guard, he takes too many risks with the passes. He needs to be more cautious, maybe.
I tell you, that's pretty typical of young guards. Sometimes I like to try to thread a needle with the pass when it would have a little bit more patience and a simple pass would have been able to get it done.
But, Coach, it's the needle threads that make the Sports Center highlight films.
Oh, yes. Exactly.
Shots up, no good. Ball stripped away. Terrence Smith with good help defense. And the Skyhawks have it with a 1-point lead. Knocked away. UT Martin's gotten sloppy with a basketball. Richardson tracks it down, and he was...
Oh, my gosh.
Wow, he was over the backcourt violation. Was that the right call? Did KC hit it? I thought the Kansas City player touched it.
Well, I did too. My gosh.
We'll watch the replay, and maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe Richardson had a hand on that the entire time. Good time. Or good job there with a replay. Skyhawks back on the defensive end. 17-16. UT Martin leading by 1 with 10 minutes and 27 seconds remaining. First half. Inside. Chatmon makes a move with the left hand, splitting 2 defenders and scores.
Chatmon was impressive on that move, boy. That's a big-time move.
Kansas City with a 1-point lead. Childs must be okay. He's over at the scorer's table. He'll check in next dead ball. Terrence Smith to the basket. Lays it in. Boy, it looked like the sea parted as he just drove it right through the middle of the lane and scored.
That last basket looked like a pre-game drill.
They did.
He went right down the middle of the floor. There wasn't a defensive man in sight and laid it in.
Skyhawks leading it by 1, 19-18. A foul on UT Martin against Terrence Smith. And they will make a change in the lineup. Bledsoe in. Bledsoe's dad, one of the assistant coaches on the Kangaroo basketball team. Inbounds pass, Chapman. Oh, foul. Miles Taylor and Terrence Smith with the position.
Miles Taylor, his second foul. 15.
That's 5 team fouls. Chapman, one of the team captains, actually had 23 points and 9 rebounds in a game earlier this year. He can play. Just 25% from the free throw line as he steps up there with the 2 shots here. The free throw is no good. 19-18 the score. He'll get another one. Second free throw is good. Ties it up at 19 apiece. Tobias Dowdell coming in for Miles Taylor. Tobias averaging 4.2 points and 3.4 rebounds a game. Great athleticism, 6'7" junior out of Birmingham, Alabama. The press is on. Childs with Newell in backcourt. Marshawn Newell, a cousin of Lester Hudson, fouled by Bledsoe. For those of you watching on OVC Digital from Kansas City, Lester Hudson played here at UT Martin for 2 years. He is the only player in NCAA Division I basketball to have a quadruple double. Spent some time in the NBA, played over in China. Here's a foul, this one going against Harrison. Lester went all the way to the very end with the Utah Jazz in the preseason and was cut. And is expected to play in China this season, where he makes a lot of money, Cal. There's a lot of money to be made overseas. For some guys, more money to be made there than there is in the United States and in the D-League.
I'll tell you what now, the prices have really gone up over there. Places like Israel and Greece are playing big time.
Childs into Dowdell, fouled. Tobias Dowdell to the free throw line. You know, I can't blame the players for going over there and making a good living and not playing in the D-League or being a 12th man in the NBA team.
That's right. You get a chance to play over there, and many times in these D-Leagues, I mean, you just fill out a roster.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know about you, but for me, $1 million would go a long way.
Well, I don't know. The way you spend, I've been out with you. You're such a big tipper and everything.
Tobias Dowdell at the free throw line puts it up and missed that one. Tobias, a 50% free throw shooter on the season. The score, 19-19. We are tied. Now, the Skyhawks have led by as many as 6 in this one. And KC coming back to tie this one up and take the lead, actually, too. Here's a free throw good. Tobias Dowdell with a free throw, and it's 20-19. UT Martin shows the press on the other end. Williams to Harrison. Harrison not a big guy, but extremely quick. Washington back to Harrison, listed at 5'11", 185. Good lateral movement. Inside, the open look there for Fred Chapman. Skyhawks trailed by 1.
Well, I tell you, Trinity Hall drove in there and did a great job of pulling the defense and then made an excellent pass underneath the basket.
Chapman with 9 points. Newell for the Skyhawks. Shot clock at 20. 9:02 remaining in the first half. Newell backdoor. Childs alley-oop. Missed it.
Marshallville is second, team 7.
Strong rebound. Rowe got a hand on it. Kangaroos with it, taking it in and hanging in the air. Shot is no good. Washington missed it, and then a foul call. And it's against the Kangaroos. Snappy stats, Kansas City 9 of 16, 56% from the field. UT Martin 8 of 21, 38%. And a rebound in Kansas City 11 to UT Martin's 10. Turnovers in Kansas City 6. Scouts 4. 1-on-1 situation, challenge to the free throw line. Cal, you said one thing that Kansas City has struggled with is shooting, but they're shooting 56% in this.
That was my fear. When a team goes several games and shoots as poorly as their stats indicated, you know they're going to start to get over the jitters. He's got a couple freshmen playing, and they'll start shooting better. But I was hoping they wouldn't like our rims very well.
Childs hits the free throw. Justin Childs cuts it to 3. Best game of the season was at Florida State. He had a season high in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. 10 rebounds. No, 10.7 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals in that game. Free throw, no good. And Kruger had the rebound. Childs might have gotten away with a foul. Skyhawks back on the defensive end and the steal. Taylor to Oldham. Oldham all the way to the basket. Scores. And just like that, it's a 1-point game. UT Martin trailing 24-23, 6:49 to go in the half. In the backcourt, Kansas City's Harrison. Harrison to Kirksey. Kirksey goes in. Kick out 3-point attempt. It is good. Give it to Caleb Johnson.
They have definitely found their shooting eye against us.
And the Skyhawks down by 4 with the ball with 6:27 on the clock. Terrence Smith on the left wing. Terrence, top of the key, drives in and is fouled.
Charge call.
Offensive foul. And the official talking now to Big Isaac Kruger, the freshman. Well, I bet he had tremendous high school numbers, Cal. That's kind of size. Let's go to his bio.
Boy, he shoots the ball well and got a big body. You know, like you said earlier, he looks more like an NBA player.
Played in the Impact Basketball Academy in Las Vegas during his post-high school season in order to prepare to the next level. Played high school ball at Kansas City Metro Academy. Senior averaged 19.7 points, 12.3 rebounds, 2.6 blocks. Skyhawks showing the full court press. UT Martin down by 4. 27-23, 6:15 to go. Hall has it. Skyhawks in a zone. Now to Kirksey. Nelson Kirksey has D. Oldham on him. Number 1 guarding number 1. Now to Harrison. Back to Kirksey. Kirksey to Hall. Shot clock is at 10. Here's a three-point attempt. No good. Rebound, Caleb Johnson. Johnson to Kirksey. And a travel called as he flipped it over to Harrison, who took a step, then dribbled the basketball. Pierre Mopo in for UT Martin. Chandler Rowe goes out.
Harrison had 22 points earlier this year. Was one of our top scorers. But he's not, although he showed great ball handling ability and super speed, he's not having a real good ball game right now, thank goodness.
I saw in their stats too, Cal, in one game he took 21 free throw attempts, which means he goes to the basket.
That's right. He had going to that basket right now is really a key to scoring a lot of points because you're going to be at the free throw line.
Kansas City has it in the paint, and a foul called on UT Martin. We'll see who that one's called on. Bobby Jones, who's checked in for the Skyhawks, picks up the foul. Umkc to the free throw line. It's 27-23. The Skyhawks are down by 4. At the line, Fred Chatmon. Chatmon, again, struggling from the line coming into this game, just 25%. In the game, he's 1 of 2. This free throw is no good. Cal, we see the players now with for a long time you saw the no-show socks, and now the players are having socks that come up higher. Free throw is no good. Rebound, Mopo. I know you remember when the players pulled the socks all the way to the knee.
That's right.
But you had shorter shorts on back then, too.
Yes.
Not these shorts that come down to your knees. Here's a travel on Marshawn Newell. I don't know much about fashion, but I do know that it comes back. I mean,
it'll go around. It sure will.
That's exactly right.
Thin ties will be back any day. And I'll be well stocked.
You're ready? Okay. You don't have any bell bottoms in the closet, do you?
Oh, no.
Skyhawks showing the full court press. 27-23, UT Martin trailing. Kirksey for 3.
Fred Chatmon, his first foul, 18.
Against that, and the one thing that's surprising is their shooting ability right now, because we weren't expecting anybody to come in here and shoot that well.
Skyhawks have it with Marshawn Newell, D. Oldham, Miles Taylor, Javier Martinez, and Terrence Smith in the game. Terrence Smith on the right wing to Marshawn Newell. Over to D. Oldham. Bounce pass going to Javier Martinez. Back out to Oldham. And they are in a zone defense here to start the second half. Shot clock at 9. D. Oldham has it. Out to Marshawn, who drives. Blocked. And getting that block shot, big Fred Chatmon at 6'9".
Chatmon has really been impressive right here. With Chatmon and the big freshman in there, they're really big inside.
Kirksey outside. Martez Harrison as they swing it back around to Hall, Trinity Hall. Kansas City with a basketball. They lead it by 12. Bank shot, no good. Missing that one badly was Fred Chatmon. Marshawn Newell on the move, gives it to Miles. Taylor for 3. No good. Rebound Javier Martinez back up and is fouled. And Martinez will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Trinity Hall picks up the foul. It's the first on his first here in the second half. Javier Martinez at the free throw line, 43% on the season. Again, had a 13-point game, 7 rebounds against Florida State. Martinez in this game with 4 points and 2 rebounds. He has not been to the free throw line. Javier puts it up and hits it. He is a freshman from Virgin Islands. Played high school ball, St. Louis Christian Academy. 11-point game, second free throw short. Rebound Trinity Hall. Kangaroos out of Kansas City, Missouri. Top of the key, Trinity Hall, right side, going to Kirksey. Kirksey goes in contact with Terrence Smith. Offensive foul. We'll give it back to UT Martin. And Coach Richardson questioning the call over there. Gets an explanation from the official. Goes on with it. Skyhawks facing the full court press. Marshawn Newell picks it up over to D. Oldham. Oldham sizes up the defense, dribbles past midcourt. Now to Marshawn Newell. Coach James telling them to go with a motion offense here. As it's now a man-to-man from Kansas City.
We're going to try to get that ball in there to the big guy if we possibly can.
D for 3, right side, good. D. Oldham with another 3-pointer. He has 3 in the game, 11 points.
I was going to say, he has really got a good hand from the perimeter for this ball game.
Here's a shot up and spinning all the way around and going in. That was Fred Chatmon. Skyhawks down by 10. Marshawn to D. D goes in, hangs in the air, missed the bank shot. Rebound Martinez puts it up and in. The Skyhawks down by 8.
Martinez is listed at 6'7", but he really doesn't look that big, does he?
And a timeout taken by Coach Richardson. We'll take a timeout. 17 minutes, 41 seconds remaining in this one. It's 44-36. Skyhawks down by 8. The action continues in a moment on the UT Martin Skyhawk Sports Network.
Martin now down by 8, and came out with more energy to start the second half.
We showed a great spurt right then, and of course it also always helps when you hit one of those threes right off the bat. And we've narrowed that lead down to 8 points now. If we can keep this up, well, we'll be right back in this ball game.
44-36 the score. Skyhawks are down by 8 after trailing by as many as 16 in this one. Bledsoe is in for Kansas City. Has it, left wing. Skyhawks in a man-to-man. And a foul on Miles Taylor as he bumped into Trinity Hall.
Miles decided he was going to go through that screen rather than go around it.
That will be the second foul on the Skyhawks. UT Martin on the defensive end as the inbounds pass comes to Harrison. Harrison left side. Harrison right-handed dribble, gets in there with a one-handed shot high off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound, Javier Martinez. Outlet pass to D. Oldham. Oldham quickly getting it to Marshawn Newell. Newell drives, bounces it inside. Martinez, the reverse. Oh, it doesn't go for it. Rebound. Kangaroos. Outlet pass, way out of bounds. Frank Williams Jr. could not catch that one. It's a turnover.
He thought that guy was an awful lot faster than what he was.
13 turnovers on them. The Skyhawks have turning it over 10 times. Isaac Kruger checks back in. 6'10", 245-pounder. I was watching a YouTube video this morning. There's a high school kid in Washington who's over 400 pounds, and they've got him at running back in football.
Oh, my God.
And he's racked up almost 550 yards this year.
I can see why. Everybody gets out of the way.
Well, after about 10 yards, it gets tired. But for that 10 yards, Cal, he's tough to bring down. Skyhawks back with it. 10 on the shot clock. Left wing, Marshawn Newell. Newell crosses it, takes it in, out to Terrence Smith. Terrence fakes a three, throws it to Marshawn for three. Shot clock winding down. He'll hit it. And the Skyhawks with a couple of threes here in the second half. And just like that, it's a 5-point game.
That was great ball handling with our guards that time. Kept the floor spread and played unselfishly and ended up with a good shot.
Yeah, Cal, and didn't panic. Only one on the shot clock when that one fell. Three-pointer on the other end is good. Frank Williams Jr. hits this one to pull it back out to 8. The Kangaroo lead. Kangaroos and the Skyhawks here. Marshawn Newell to the basket. Left hand scores and fouled by the big guy, Isaac Kruger. 47-41 the score.
Well, he went all the way past that big guy to the left side of the goal and looped it up there and put a little English on the ball and took it across the board right down in there. That was a terrific play.
You know, watching UT Martin this year, Cal, I think they're going to be a team. Here we'll watch the replay on nice left hand there. Watching this team, this is going to be a team that's going to get better as the season progresses because Marshawn Newell's not played at this level, and Javier Martinez and a lot of the younger players, free throw. But a foul is called, or a lane violation is going to wipe that one out. But anyway, you got a lot of young players that should improve as the season progresses, and they just get experience.
Well, I think that's right, and we've got some good opponents coming up that's going to provide that experience, including the one we're playing tonight.
Yeah, the Kangaroos out of University of Missouri, Kansas City. Now, they're 0-3, but obviously a good basketball team. That's not indicative of their record. They're looking for their first win here, and it would be a big one on the road for them. 47-41. They've led by as many as 16. Lead it by 6 now. Skyhawks on the defensive end. Jumpers up, no good off to the left. Kirksey misses. Rebound D. Oldham. Skyhawks pushing. Oldham past Kirksey. Out to Mopo. Finding Newell. Newell goes to his left. Throws it to Terrence Smith. Terrence drives. Lobs it inside. Miles. Up and in. UT Martin cutting it to 4.
Terrence had Miles in his vision the whole time. He wanted to get that ball into him. He just lofted that ball up there just right.
Miles' teammates have tremendous confidence in getting the ball to him. Skyhawks back on defense. Kirksey on the wing. Quick pass Williams. Fires a three. Knocks it down. They answer. Pulling it back out to a 7-point Kangaroo lead. Skyhawks to Terrence Smith. Now to Oldham. Marshawn Newell on the right side. The whistle is blown. This will be the
Kansas City has been doing a lot of practicing, shooting practice since the last game before they came here. My gosh.
Or they just like the Elam Center one. 50-43, UT Martin trailing with the basketball when we come back with 14:49 remaining. Kirksey picks up the foul for the Kangaroos, his third. The action continues here on the UT Martin Skyhawk Sports Network. With the media timeout, Skyhawks are trailing UMKC. And for UT Martin, Terrence Smith, Pierre Mopo, Marshawn Newell, Miles Taylor, and D. Oldham in the lineup. KC goes with Kirksey, Williams, Washington, Johnson, and Kruer. Kirksey still in there? Yes, he is. After picking up his third foul. Marshawn Newell inside to Miles Taylor. There's a double team. Lost it. Dives to the floor. And a possession arrow will give it back to KC. Miles, coming off that knee surgery, did not hesitate to dive for that one.
No, he was down there immediately.
For his size, and even you saw it on that play, he's so quick. Diving. Look how fast he gets down there. Watching the replay here on OVC Digital. Possession arrow, though, giving it back to Kansas City. Trinity Hall will inbound it. Hall with the artwork on the left arm here. Goes it to Kirksey. Kirksey, right wing, gets back past Terrence Smith, lays it up, missed it. Tip out rebound. Here's Marshawn Newell. 1-on-2. Newell goes in anyway and banks it up. No, stick back, good. Got his own basket there, and it's a 5-point game. Mopo with a silly foul at midcourt trying to stop Harrison.
I've never heard you say that about one of Mopo's fouls before.
Silly.
Yeah. Are there any other kind?
Well, that one just wasn't as well thought out. When a center fouls a point guard at midcourt, Cal, even I know. Even I know.
Oh, my gosh.
Coach probably not happy about that one.
I don't think so.
KC inbounds it to Harrison. 50-45 the score. UT Martin down by 5. Chatmon to the basket. We let him have it. He'll run around Miles Taylor, and the Skyhawks trail by 7.
I think that move right there against Miles pointed out how he's not quite ready yet. He just couldn't make a move when the big guy made that quick move against him.
Bobby Jones a rebound and stick back on a missed 3, back to 5. Yeah, Miles looked like he was glued to the floor.
That's right.
Yeah.
He was like he was nailed down.
And that's not at 100%. Still playing well, and even Miles at 80% is better than not having Miles in there at all. 13:31 on the clock here. The Skyhawks trailing 52-47. And Harrison gets past. Wow, he's quick past the defender, takes it in and scores. Skyhawks are down by 7. Marshawn Newell in the trap. Over to Bobby Jones for 3. Trifecta. Bobby Jones providing instant offense with 5 points here, and the Skyhawks are down by 4.
Well, I tell you what, that is great shooting by Bobby, coming right off that bench and knocking him down quickly.
Shooting 32% from three-point range on the season. On the other end, KC misses it. Miles Taylor, the rebound on the Trinity Hall miss. Here's Justin Childs to Newell for 3. He's wide open. Missed it long. Rebound, Fred Chatmon. Pace picking up a little bit here.
Kick out 3. Kansas City, no good. Rebound. Miles. Oh, I thought Miles had that one as it was tied up with Chatmon. Skyhawk basketball, Pierre Mopo back in. Miles Taylor going out. They get Kruger in.
Coach Richardson really substitutes freely.
He does. Yeah. You know, he's been in a lot of programs, but with Louisville last year, Rick Pitino substitutes like that too. Watch the replay of the Miles rebound. Skyhawks have it down by 4, 54-50, 12 minutes, 22 seconds remaining here. Marshawn Newell with it for the Skyhawks. Marshall stops at the free throw line, out to D. Oldham for 3. Ooh, that must have slipped because that was not a good shot. I don't even know if the height at the arc took that one above the rim at all.
No, that was a little bit low. It was kind of like the pass in the late stages of the New England game the other night.
Yeah.
Just a little bit low.
Terrence Smith goes in, Marshawn Newell out, and DeMarc Richardson will check in for Coach James. DeMarc comes in for D. Skyhawk women's player Jasmine Newsom, current OVC player of the week, in attendance at this game tonight. Her team getting the win over Arkansas State last night on the road in Jonesboro. The men's team were there last week. I thought about just staying since we had the women's game there last week and the game this week, but I didn't know if I want to spend 7 days in Jonesboro.
I was going to say.
That'd be the name of a good novel, Cal. 7 days in Jonesboro.
That's right.
Nothing against Jonesboro, but Harrison carries the ball, and that'll go back to UT Martin. Timeout taken. We'll take one. 54-50. The Skyhawks down 4 with possession. 11 minutes, 56 seconds remaining. The action continues here at the Elam Center on the Skyhawk Sports Network. With 11 minutes, 56 seconds remaining. And Cal, what's been the difference? I mean, it just appears from the outside we're just making shots, but we're taking better shots.
We're taking much better shots. You haven't seen, I don't think you've seen, I can't recall in this start of this second half now where we've taken any of the kinds of shots we did there in the last 10 minutes before the half, driving to the goal against the size and trying to be able to swoop something in.
Yeah, I think we were settling in that first half. Low percentage shots. Here's DeMarc Richardson at the guard, throwing it to Terrence Smith. Childs, Bobby Jones, Pierre Mopo in for Coach James. Terrence to the basket, fouled on the floor. Terrence grimacing a little bit. And the Skyhawks will go to the free throw line. Up there, Terrence Smith with a chance to cut it to 2. That's 4 fouls on Kirksey. He's been in there with 3 for a while. Terrence 5 points in the game and not been to the free throw line. Had 15 points, a career high at Colorado earlier this year. Averaged 13.8 over the final 12 games of the season last year. Hit the free throw. Trinity Hall comes in for Kirksey, who picked up his 4th. Terrence back to the stripe. 6'4" junior from Russellville, Alabama. Could get it to 2. As close as UT Martin has been since early in the first half. Free throw is good. He does. Skyhawks have worked their way back in here after trailing by as many as 16. Skyhawks setting up defensively. DeMarc Richardson guarding Harrison. DeMarc, one of the better defenders at that guard spot last year, had some big games where he shut down some really good guards. We're pressuring them defensively with a man-to-man. 15 on the shot clock. Here's a screen. Kick out going to Hall. Hall back to Harrison. Harrison off balance, foul. Will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. Cal, despite his quickness, and he does not play like a freshman. He's a very savvy guy.
He really is. He was well aware of what was going on right then. Made sure he got into that lane on a drive and put some kind of a shot up. And he's going to end up shooting 2 free throws here.
And he's athletic enough where he can avoid contact, but he also doesn't avoid it to the point where a foul is not called.
No, I tell you, he's a guy that really has taken full advantage of these touch foul situations this year.
Harrison will go to the free throw line. I've been impressed with him. In the game, he has 10 points, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Free throws no good. Skyhawks down by 2. Taylor back in for Pierre Mopo. Coach James immediately talking to Mopo, who is in his senior season out of Pearl, Mississippi. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. He came over prior to the game, shaking people's hands. Free throws good. Skyhawks trailing now by 3, 55-52 on the make from Harrison. Press is on. Terrence Smith getting it in. Now, UT Martin's turned it over 12 times. Kansas City 14 turnovers. But the teams against them averaging almost 17 turnovers a game. Bobby Jones has it left wing to Childs. Smith in there. So is DeMarc Richardson and Miles Taylor. Terrence to the basket. Daylight scores and 1. Terrence Smith.
That drive by Terrence right then was what we've been expecting from him for so long. He's got that great quickness and got a great touch on the basketball. And boy, he came down in there that time. It looked, you would have never thought he'd had some leg trouble.
And he's limping a little bit again as he gets up. That cuts it to 1, and with the chance there, you'll see him holding his leg immediately and grimacing as he hits the floor there on the replay. Terrence Smith can tie it up at 55 apiece with a free throw here. Terrence battling injuries throughout his career. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 7 points, 4 assists. Good crowd here at the Elam Center. Quiet crowd. Missed the free throw. Rebound. KC might have been too quiet there. Inside, a dunk and a finish there. Straight down the middle. Chatmon puts it home. The Skyhawks down 3. Here's DeMarc Richardson on the wing. Top of the key, Terrence Smith. 3-point play would tie it up. Terrence with a high dribble. Over to Justin Childs. Childs on the right wing. D. Oldham, Justin Childs. Bobby Jones. KC going with Williams, Chatmon, Hall, Washington, and Caleb Johnson is in there, I believe. Caleb knocking that one. Seeing it knocked away. Skyhawks to steal. D. Oldham up. No. Childs back up high off the glass. No. UT Martin had a chance to take the lead and could not capitalize. Washington. Pass, shot, no good. Rebound, back up and in. Relentless. Chatmon scores.
Chatmon has really done a great job around that basket when he gets his hands on that ball.
He has 17 points. They've got 3 players in double digits. UT Martin with 2. Skyhawks down 3, 59-56, 9.5 remaining. Childs on the left wing. Fakes left. Lost it, looks like, but Oldham gets it. Now to Newell. Marchand on the screen. Marchand to the basket. Kick out. Bobby Jones for 3. No good. Missed that one. And it goes out of bounds. It is Kansas City basketball. Clock stop with 9:09 remaining. Caleb Johnson will inbound it.
We're giving them a dose of their own medicine now. We've been very effective the last couple possessions now with pressing after a score, after an inbounds on the end line.
Javier Martinez comes in. Childs goes out. So you get a little bit more size with both Martinez and Taylor in for the Skyhawks. Full-court press is on. Pass coming into Harrison. Now to Johnson. Back to Martez Harrison. In the post, Chatmon had a big game, 17 points. Taken away, Bobby Jones. Out of bounds, Skyhawk basketball.
Well, Bobby came across and did a double team on Chapman right that time. He really did a super job with it.
Bobby Jones has made a difference in this game. Defensively and on the offensive end. 5 points, but hit a big three-pointer as the Skyhawks were making that rally. Jones to D. Oldham. Oldham got through before the screen was there. Kicks it back to Miles Taylor. Missed it. Soft touch, but the big fella's shot does not fall. And then Bobby Jones was out of bounds. Bobby Jones has added a little bit more intensity and energy to the Skyhawk lineup.
He sure has. Plus, he's knocked down some nice threes, and he's a scoring threat every time he gets his hands on it right now.
Bobby goes out here and gets a rest after a good hard-fought effort in there. Terrence Smith back in. UT Martin down by 3, 59-56, 8:35 to go.
We're staying with the press, and now they got Harrison back in there again. It'll be a little bit tougher.
Harrison to Caleb Johnson. Johnson looking to break the press. Runs right over Miles Taylor, and that will be an offensive foul. Taylor steps in and takes the charge. That's his second, 18 fouls, a bonus situation. UT Martin as a team has only committed 3, so the Skyhawks have the advantage there with the free throw line. D. Oldham into Marshawn Newell. Now with Smith, Martinez, and Taylor. And these are the starters for Coach Jason James back in the lineup. Marshawn, lost the basketball. Just took his eye off of it and dribbled it away. Back down the floor. Skyhawks get back. Trinity Hall kicks it in. Chatmon got it and one. Foul. D. Oldham stepped in. Got there late.
It looked like he might end up with a charge on that, but charges are few and far between this year.
With the basket now, the lead is at 5. Chatmon at the line, leading all scorers with, he's got 19 points, I believe. Free throw is good. Chatmon, senior from Cleveland, one of the captains on this team.
Kansas City's big guys have really been impressive.
The lead is at 6. UT Martin trailing with the basketball. Marshawn Newell to Terrence Smith. Smith top of the key. Puts down the dribble. Backs it out. Calls out the play. Washington all over him. Screen from Miles. Terrence hounded and foul behind a three-point line. That'll put him to the free throw line. Timeout. Needing a timeout. We'll take one with the team. 62-56. UT Martin in this one. Down by 6 at the line with Terrence Smith to shoot the 1-and-1. 7 minutes, 40 seconds left on the UT Martin Skyhawk Sports Network.
Know the difference to make a difference. It's important to know the difference between an acute rehabilitation hospital and a nursing.
(62-56). 7 minutes, 42 seconds remaining at the Elam Center. UT Martin trailing the University of Missouri, Kansas City. Both teams needing a win here. The Skyhawks 1-4 on the season. That one win, their only game at the Elam Center. Kansas City 0-3 to start the year. Terrence Smith at the free throw line.
And surprisingly, they probably the poorest shooting statistics I've ever seen a club have come in here to play.
And they turned that around today, shooting 56% from the field. When you look at that, it's amazing the Skyhawks are only down 6, make it 5 on the Terrence Smith free throw. 62-57. Terrence Smith back to the line. UT Martin Jr. hits them both. And with that, the Skyhawks cut it to 4 with 7 minutes 40 seconds remaining. Pass coming into backcourt to Trinity Hall. Hall to Harrison. D. Oldham on in. Harrison just blows right by him, and then D bumps him. 4th team foul.
Well, when we press and they get that ball back in Harrison's hands, they've been letting their big guy take it out, throw it to Harrison or throw it to the other guard and double him. But then they got to throw it back to the big guy. Now they turned it around and let Harrison take it out. They got it back in his hand. Of course, he just blew right by any defender.
Lightning fast. He is going to be a player to watch. Knocked away. Miles Taylor goes for it in backcourt. Took it away. Fell to the floor and pops right back up. He does not look like a player who is coming back from surgery on a knee. He went down and bounced back up like he was on a trampoline. Outside three-pointer is up, and it is no good. All over the boards. KC mistiming the jump. Oldham. Bad pass. Backcourt. Miles Taylor dives for it. On the floor. Players everywhere. And a little scuffle underneath there. I just think they were going for the ball. Nothing malicious there.
I'm surprised there's that much contact out there without the whistle blowing and somebody going to the line.
Bledsoe was going after Miles Taylor there like they were the same size. They're not. Bledsoe 5'10", 165. Miles 6'7", 250. D. Oldham goes out.
Chris, you know what's amazing here? In the second half, our stats are 35% for field goals, 31% for threes, and 70% at the line. And their stats are 56, 46, and 66. And we're back in the ball game here.
Right.
We're talking about a 4-point ball game.
Skyhawks have the difference here is the shot attempts. UT Martin with 53 attempts compared to Kansas City's 41. So they're not making them, but we're getting more of them. And it's helping to balance that out a little bit. And I don't know what the officials over there are talking to the scores table for. Here's the deal. 6 minutes, 52 seconds remaining here. And the Skyhawks trail 62-58. And now the officials are discussing. Did they end up calling a possession arrow?
They ended up calling it a jump ball, yeah. So it's a possession arrow thing.
Or maybe that's the question, is whose ball is it supposed to be? And Chris Merritt over there wearing the stripes on the UT Martin scorers table. Kansas City will get the ball. Trinity Hall to inbound. UT Martin needing a stop with 6:52 remaining, down by 4. Pass comes into Martez Harrison. Harrison on the Skyhawk logo at midcourt. UT Martin in a man-to-man. Over to Kirksey. Kirksey left wing. And a foul. This is UT Martin. 6-team foul. Coach James. Martinez with a call.
Martinez just wasn't going to let him get over there to be able to set that screen.
We have an OBC women's final. Jacksonville State beating Kennesaw State 78-65. Lob coming in. Kansas City here leading UT Martin 62-58. Kirksey for 3 around the screen. Puts it in. A big shot for the Kangaroos.
Kirksey's real pleased with himself, too. After he scores, he goes down there like he's shaking dice.
A 7-point lead. Taken away, Terrence Smith. Outlet and easy basket for Harrison in transition after the turnover. And all that work the Skyhawks did to come back in here. They trail by 9, 67-58. 6:10 remaining. We'll take a break and come back with more action at the Elam Center. Skyhawks down by 9 on the UT Martin Skyhawks Sports Network.
They're definitely going to try to get that ball of Miles down there if they can to get to the line or get him a shot.
UT Martin has it down by 9. Justin Childs to Javier Martinez, who was fouled. Javier to the free throw line with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here. Coming out of the Jason James timeout as Kansas City made the run to extend it to 9. Javier Martinez at the free throw line. Martinez 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. 7 points, 5 rebounds in the game. The freshman will shoot 2. The foul on Trinity Hall, his 3rd. Free throw is up and in. An 8-point game now at 67-59. Second one for Javier Martinez. Good. Hits of both. 7-point game at 67-60. 5:42 on the clock. UT Martin needs some stops here. Scouts have trailed by as many as 16. Williams has it. Williams Jr. for Kansas City. Now to Kirksey. Kirksey drives, so takes it right down the middle and scores.
He stepped up and set the high pick and roll that time, and we didn't switch on it. Boy, went right down the lane and laid it in.
Newell to Miles Taylor. Taylor goes in traffic, blocked from behind, but it will go back to the blue and orange. Bobby Jones has played well, coming back in for the Skyhawks. Martinez goes out. Kruger back in for KC. Washington checks back in. Childs to inbound. Left side baseline. Stacking it up on the lane. Childs set to throw it in and gets it into Marshawn Newell. Taylor begging for the ball on Kruger. Has decent position. Newell gets it to him. Here's a double team. He's way outside though. And Miles Taylor taking it to the basket is fouled. Now he wants the ball.
Boy, Miles was absolutely held off 2 players to be able to receive the ball and then split 2 other players being able to go to the goal and put up the softest shot. It just sat up on the rim before it fell in.
Miles Taylor will shoot the free throws. First one is up, and it's good. Skyhawks cut it to 8. Miles with 12 points in the game to go along with his 8 rebounds. Working toward a double-double. Second free throw is good. 69-62. UT Martin down by 7. Got to play defense, though. And here we go. Childs with a steal. Childs on a break. 3-on-3 to Marshawn Newell. Newell to Terrence Smith for 3. Right down. UT Martin down by 4. Skyhawks rally here. Back into press. Pass coming in to Washington with Terrence Smith on in. Washington gets in front of the player there, the defender, and loose, knocked away. Skyhawks on defense. Now Harrison has with the point guard. He's a good ball handler. Dribbles in, contact, offensive foul. The charge called on Harrison. Taking that charge, Bobby Jones, a spark plug in this one.
Kansas City came back to the same high post pick that time. This time instead of going down the lane and letting them get to the basket, we stepped in the lane and picked up the charge foul.
Childs will inbound it. Newell, Jones, Smith, and Miles. 69-65. UT Martin down by 4 with possession. 4:09 remaining. Marshawn Newell, the screen from Miles Taylor. Marshawn goes up and hits it. It's a 2-point game. Skyhawks with a rally.
I'll tell you talk about a tough shot against a tall opponent.
Inside Kruger, fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. He missed a free throw earlier in the game. We'll have a media timeout. The score 69-67. UT Martin down by 2. Isaac Kruger will shoot free throws in a moment with 3:48 remaining at the Elam Center on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
MTD is continuing.
beating Lipscomb 94-64. Skyhawks play Lipscomb as part of this 4-game homestand on November 25th. Jackson State, the opponent, Friday, then Lipscomb on the 25th and Bethel on the 27th. Tonight, University of Missouri, Kansas City in town. And it's 69-67, UT Martin. Down by 2, 3:48 remaining. And Isaac Kruger at the free throw line for the Kangaroos. Kruger that is one of 2 from the free throw line. He has 3 points.
He had a good-looking shot, though, when he was up there. And he missed that, just barely missed that second one. But he had great English on the ball. It just didn't help.